You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Once upon a time, in the middle of a busy city, there were two acrobats, Tashi, the master, and Nima, his young student. Every day, Tashi and Nima would take their amazing acts to the streets and amaze the crowds. Tashi would carefully balance on a tall bamboo pole while Nima would climb up on his shoulders and do amazing things. Their way of life rested on these shows, and the sound of coins falling into their bowl meant that they had made it through another day. Tashi turned to Nima one day as they were getting ready for their normal act. "Today, I'll keep an eye on you, and you'll keep an eye on me. We can only keep our balance and do well if we keep an eye for each other," he said. Nima nodded, and she could see fear in her eyes. The wise monk heard about their plans while he was sitting nearby under a peepal tree. He walked over to them in a calm way. "Tashi," the wise monk said, and his voice was calm. "Instead of keeping an eye on each other, you and Nima should keep an eye on yourselves. This is the best way to maintain your balance." Tashi and Nima thought about what the wise monk said while they were confused. They chose to try out the new way. Nima climbed onto Tashi's shoulders, and both of them looked inward instead of at each other. They took care of themselves by paying attention to how they breathed, how strong they were, how balanced they were, and how their bodies moved. And the outcome was amazing. The show they put on that day was the best one they had ever done. The crowd cheered, coins fell into their bowl, but more than that, they felt incredibly secure and sure of themselves. This story about the acrobats shows how important it is to take care of ourselves and be responsible for ourselves. In a world that is always focused on what other people think, the story makes us think about ourselves. Like the acrobats, we need to take care of ourselves, not because we are selfish but because we respect and care about our health. We are the only ones who can help ourselves grow and get better, and when we realize this, we can do amazing things. We need to believe in our own strength and skills and balance our lives like acrobats do. Every day, we all have our own versions of a bamboo pole. It could be something at work, in our daily lives, or in our relationships. But we should remember to pay attention to ourselves and take care of ourselves so that we can deal with these problems. Every person has a bamboo pole that helps them balance the complicated parts of life. We may not be acrobats, but the principles are the same. With self-care and responsibility, we build up our inner power and balance, which helps us grow as people and stay strong. Remember that we shouldn't look outside of ourselves for validation or support. Instead, we should look inside, because you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection.